Safety disclaimer. This video discusses trauma and exploitation in a general educational way. No graphic details are included. Please take care of your emotional safety while watching. If at any point you need to pause, breathe, or return later, please do so with compassion for yourself. When a child has been sexually exploited or groomed, something very important happens inside their emotional development. They begin to associate attention with danger and closeness with performance. During the grooming process, the abuser often gives extra attention, special treatment, secrets shared only with the child, and a sense of being chosen or important. So the child learns, if I want closeness, I must earn it. If I want love, I have to offer my body or my compliance or something in return. This is not conscious. This is survival learning. And later, even after the abuse has stopped, the pattern remains. Children and teens may begin to seek attention in ways that look older, inappropriate, or overly flirtatious. But the truth is, they are not seeking sexual attention. They are seeking connection, safety, and belonging in the only way they were taught. Today, we are going to talk about why this behavior emerges, how grooming shapes attachment in the nervous system, how anxious attachment increases vulnerability, and how we help children rebuild secure, safe, healthy relationships again. I'm Nori, and my AI sister, Nora, and we're here to teach gently and clearly how healing is possible. 1. Understanding the pattern. In grooming, the abuser studies what the child needs most. For some, it's being seen, feeling special, feeling protected, feeling liked, feeling chosen, feeling important. The child may have already been lonely, ignored, emotionally neglected, or craving companionship. So when someone arrives and fills that emotional hunger, the brain creates a powerful association. Attention equals safety. Obedience equals protection. Being desired equals being valued. The chemicals in the brain reinforce this pattern. Dopamine says, this feels good. Oxytocin says, this is connection. Adrenaline says, I must not lose this. So later, even without the abuser present, the body remembers, I must keep people close. I must be wanted. I must perform to stay safe. This is not manipulation, seduction, or intent. This is a trauma-trained attachment system trying to survive. When we understand this, we can respond with empathy instead of punishment. 2. How anxious attachment develops. Many exploited children develop anxious attachment, which sounds like, I'm afraid you will leave me. I need constant reassurance. I get jealous or clingy easily. I feel empty when I'm not being noticed. I attach too quickly. An anxious attachment system believes I must chase love or love will disappear. This makes children and teens vulnerable to controlling friendships, older peers who offer attention, romantic partners who love bomb, abusive or unsafe situations disguised as affection. Their internal question becomes, who will choose me? Instead of, who is safe for me? The goal is to shift the emotional blueprint to, I don't have to earn love. I am already worthy of connection that is steady and safe. This shift happens through relationships, not lectures. Therapy for sexually exploited children is slow, relational, gentle, and non-shaming. We are not correcting behavior. We are rewiring the nervous system's map of attachment. In therapy, we focus on 1. Body ownership teaching. 2. Emotional language. 3. Safe relational closeness. 4. Identity reconstruction. 5. Boundary skill. Before we go deeper into the specific therapeutic techniques, it's important to talk about something just as essential. How caregivers support healing at home. Because while therapy provides the framework, true healing happens in the moments between sessions. At the dinner table, before bedtime, on the ride to school. Here are 4 practical ways caregivers can support emotional safety and secure attachment. 1. Name feelings without shame. 2. Model consent in all affection. 3. Use stories and books. 4. Stable, predictable connection. Routines teach the nervous system, love stays, love returns, love holds steady. This is how secure attachment is formed and strengthened over time. I'll go deeper into each section in just a moment. But before we do that, I want to let you know if you'd like to skip ahead to the caregivers section, you can use the time markers in the description below to jump directly to the part that speaks most to you. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and dive right. 1. Body ownership. When a child has been sexually exploited, their sense of ownership over their own body has been disrupted. Someone taught them through manipulation or fear that their body exists to serve someone else's needs. So in therapy, one of the first and most essential steps is restoring body belonging. We do this gently, never by forcing disclosure or retelling trauma. We start with grounding exercises, feeling feet on the floor, noticing their breathing, learning to recognize sensations in their body without shame. We teach simple truths like, your body has signals. Your body gets to say no. Your body is yours. And we reinforce it not just with words, but with how we treat them. We ask permission before sitting close. We let them choose if they want to draw, play, or talk. We follow their cues, because healing begins the moment they learn, my body belongs to me. 2. Emotional language. Many sexually exploited children learn to get their needs met through behavior, not words. They may not know how to say, I'm scared, I need affection, I feel lonely. So in therapy, we help them build an emotional vocabulary, one gentle word at a time. We use visuals like feelings charts and story characters. We teach phrases like, I need comfort, I need space, I need more time, I need someone with me. We also validate emotions that may have been punished before, like anger, sadness, or fear. And we model emotional safety. It makes sense you feel that way. I'm here with you. Over time, their nervous system learns that needs aren't dangerous. Needs aren't shameful, and it is possible to receive care without sacrificing safety. This is how we rebuild internal permission to feel. 3. Safe relational closeness. For a child who has been exploited, closeness can feel confusing. Sometimes closeness meant danger, sometimes distance meant abandonment. So therapy becomes a place to experience closeness that is safe. We don't push for trust, we earn it slowly. We use non-threatening connection-based methods, play therapy, art and drawing stories together, music or rhythm-based regulation, co-regulated breathing, gentle role play and imagination worlds. The therapist is not forcing emotional disclosure. The therapist is modeling. I am here. You are safe. You don't have to perform to be cared for. And over time, the child's nervous system shifts from so closeness is unsafe to safe people feel warm, steady, and predictable. This is how attachment begins to repair, one small moment of safety at a time. In Therapy Room 5, develop boundary skills. Finally, we teach boundaries, but not as rules, as self-protection and self-respect. We practice recognizing internal cues, tight shoulders, holding breath, feeling weird or uncomfortable. We teach how to trust those signals. We role play saying no, saying I'm not comfortable, saying I want to stop, saying I need help. We normalize that asking for help is strength, not weakness. And we show them that boundaries don't break connection, boundaries protect connection. Therapy moves slowly, always at the speed of safety, not urgency. Because the goal is not to control behavior. It is to restore choice, voice, and self-trust. This is how children who were once exploited learn to become whole again. In Therapy Room 4, Identity Reconstruction. Many sexually exploited children form an identity around being valued for their body or what their body can provide. So in therapy, we focus on identity reconstruction, helping them rediscover who they are outside of survival. We shift the narrative from, I get attention by being desirable, to, I am worthy because I exist. We explore identity through art, writing, movement, clothing choices that feel empowering, role models in books and stories. We reflect strengths. You are thoughtful. You are creative. You are brave. You are more than what happened to you. Over time, we help them internalize a new truth. My value is not in what someone can take from me. My value is in who I am. This is where dignity returns. At home, name feelings without shame. Healing doesn't only happen in therapy. It happens in everyday moments. At the kitchen table, in the car, before bed. And one of the most powerful tools caregivers have is simply naming emotions without shame. When a child has a history of exploitation, their emotions may feel too big, too confusing, or too dangerous to show. So instead of correcting the behavior, we reflect the need beneath it. You might say, Lana, I see your body getting tight. It looks like you're feeling overwhelmed. Or, I hear your voice getting small. It sounds like you might need comfort. This isn't about guessing perfectly. It's about communicating. I see you. I'm not afraid of your feelings. You don't have to handle them alone. When we name emotions gently, the child begins to learn, my feelings are not wrong, and I am not alone inside them. This is where emotional safety begins. At home too, model consent and affection. Many exploited children never learn that affection can be chosen. Touch may have been something taken from them or something they had to give to feel safe. So at home, we model consent through everyday warmth. Before hugging, ask, "Would you like a hug right now?" And if the answer is no, we honor it with calm acceptance. We also model our own boundaries. "I'm not available for cuddles right now, but I'll sit nearby so you're not alone." This teaches two core truths. Touch is shared, never owed. Saying no does not end the relationship. When a child experiences affection that is invited, not demanded, their nervous system rewrites the script. Closeness can feel safe, love can be mutual. My body has a voice and it matters. At home 3, use stories and books. Sometimes direct conversations about trauma feel too intense, too exposed. So we use stories because stories create distance, safety, and perspective. Choose books and media that gently explore body boundaries, safe and unsafe relationships, identity and worth, friendship and trust. When we read together, the child can project their feelings onto the characters. They don't have to explain themselves. They can recognize themselves. You might ask, what do you think that character felt? What helped them feel safe again? This opens the door to reflection without pressure. Stories teach children, I am not alone in what I feel. And there are many ways to heal. This is how we externalize the pain, so it becomes something we face together. For body boundaries, Your Body Belongs to You by Cornelia Maud Spellman is a gentle place to start. To help a child understand safe and unsafe relationships, A Terrible Thing Happened by Margaret Holmes offers language for big feelings. For nurturing identity and self-worth, I Am Enough by Grace Byers reinforces dignity, value, and self-love. And to strengthen connection, trust, and emotional closeness, The Invisible String by Patrice Karst helps children feel held, even when apart. When you read together, the child doesn't have to talk about their story. They can talk about the character's story. You might simply ask, what do you think that character was feeling? What helped them feel safe again? This lets the child express emotions without being put on the spot. Stories send two powerful messages. You are not alone in what you feel, and there are many ways to heal. This is how we externalize it so we can face it together. At home 4, develop a stable, predictable connection. The most powerful healing tool a caregiver offers is consistency, not perfection, not being endlessly patient, just being reliably there. Routines like shared meals, bedtime rituals, or weekly check-ins teach the nervous system. Love stays, love returns, love holds steady. Even small repeated moments create secure attachment. I'll pick you up at the same time every day. We read together before bed. We take 5 deep breaths together when things get hard. Predictability is safety. Safety allows vulnerability. And vulnerability is where healing grows. When a child experiences stable connection, their body learns, I don't have to perform to be loved. And that belief restores what exploitation tried to take away, the right to feel safe in relationship. Sexual exploitation did not steal this child's worth, but it did confuse their understanding of love. Our work is to unteach the trauma and reteach safety. To help the child learn, love does not require you to perform. Attention can be warm, slow, safe, and predictable. You deserve affection that is free from fear. Every nervous system can heal. Every attachment style can shift. Every child can come home to themselves again. I'm Nori and my AI twin Nora, helping you understand trauma, attachment, and healing. If this message was meaningful or helpful, you're welcome to stay connected here.